Good morning, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm at a different location today, as you can see. So I'm on the banks of the Burnett River here in Bundaberg. We just had about 2 days of rain and it's cleared up to be a wonderful day. It's not a cloud in the sky, but what it did do, booped the cold weather back. So guys, it's pretty cold here right now. So I've got my warmer jacket on, but still not cold enough to put long pants on, guys. You know it's cold if you see me with long trousers on. So basically I'm going to film a bit of an introduction to the Victron Management Portal. I know there's a few of you guys out there been waiting for that video. But today we're going to do another bit of a vlog because you seem to have liked that format that I was filming the other day. Now I've got a bit of a stiff westerly breeze blowing in here, so you can see I've just put up the one pole. It's probably blown around about the 15-20 knots. Now this thing can handle it. I've got the Ostrichwing out, awning out, so it will handle it, no problems at all. But just as a precaution, in case a strong breeze comes through, because they recommend to put the poles out in excess of 15 knots, I've put one pole down. So I've made a decision on which battery I'm going to go for. And it's going to wait until the battery arrives before I let you know which one I went for. But I thought, what's the point in doing that? Because the battery's on transport at the moment. I ordered it last Wednesday. I think it left Friday and it left Perth. So you probably figure out which one I went for now. And as of this morning, I noticed it's arrived in Sydney, according to the tracking. So I don't know when it's going to arrive. I go to Australia Post and it says ETA is this Thursday. But if I go to Fast Track, it says ETA is not until the following Thursday. So who knows? Thought I might as well let you know. Guys, I went for the iTech battery. It was just couldn't refuse it. The deal with that 20% discount. And in fact, I went for the deal on last Wednesday because it was the last day of the month, because it had that Facebook 20% discount on that was ending on that day. They've actually extended the 20% sale. It's a real bargain really, and it's got the prismatic cells because I did quite a bit of research. I've called the guys at iTech and I spoke to Jared last week and he was very accommodating. He answered all the questions I had. And you might remember one of the biggest concern I had with the iTech battery was the warranty. What happens if something goes wrong, should go wrong with that battery, and I had to send it back for warranty? Then in my case, iTech World is on the other side of Australia. So you might as well be in a different country. It's so far, even by plane, it's a very long flight. Perth is way out in the far western side. I'm way out in the eastern side of Australia, so we couldn't be further apart. So that was my concern. And because I live in a kind of semi-remote area where the highway is 50 k's away, so we don't even have a highway through here. We've got to drive 50 k's, half an hour at least, even more inland to get to the main highway. And I asked him about that and he told me, he said, no problems, we'll organise it and we'll pay for the freight to send it back. So how cool is that? So I wasn't aware of that, because in fact I actually downloaded the manual, because I'm one of the rare persons that actually do read manuals. I kid you not, yes. A lot of times when I buy an item, what I would do is I will open the box, look for the manual, read that before I take the item out. There'll be times that'll be like 2 days before I'll actually have the menu, the product out of the box. And a lot of times, as I've done with the iTech World, I went on their website, downloaded a manual and already had a read. Same with the Global Link, same as the Servo GX. Mind you, Servo GX, it's got a big manual, man, guys. There's a lot of stuff to learn on that. There's a heap. How good, brilliant is that? That helped me. That there was some decision factor. There, as soon as he told me that, I said, yep, cool, sold. Now, I almost bought two, guys. I almost bought two. I was going to go for the 200 amp. because you know I was very keen on the 200 amps, so I went for a single 120 amp. The main reason I would have liked the 200 amp, and I would have got the 200 amp if it had the prismatic cells in it. It doesn't have the prismatic cells. So in my case, with the 4-drive, all the traveling I'm doing, the more roughness of the 4-drive, although this is a very smooth vehicle, it's setup that I've got here. It's got 1-inch raised heavy duty suspension, good quality. Got springs at the rear that's even just custom made, suit the exact weight of this, through King Springs, the factory King Springs, which is not far from Patriot, down the Gold Coast. By the way, that Patriot, boy have they got a big setup there, impressive. I've never been in there, but I've driven past it a few times. In saying that, I mean, you guys, if you've got a caravan or something like that and it's ultra smooth and you don't plan to take it off-road, that 200 amp would be perfect. And I believe the 200 amp is what they call cylindrical, they told me. I don't know what that means. You might know more about it. Whereas the 120X has got the latest prismatic cells in it, which are more robust. I think they last longer. They can handle more temperature and they can handle rougher conditions, which is ideal for our 4 drives. And it comes with 3-year warranty. It's a replacement guarantee. Many of the others, such as the kick-ass one I've got, it's not 100% replacement guarantee unless it fails within the first week. And that's probably only because of law that they have to. This is a full replacement, what I understand. Whereas, yeah, my kick-ass has got a 5-year warranty, but it's a pro rata warranty. So what does that mean? That means basically they take a percentage off the value of the AGM battery the longer it is. So by the time it comes to, say, 4 years, like mine is at the moment, it's 4 years. If there was anything majorly wrong with it, I could probably make a claim on it, but then I'd be lucky to get 10% of the value back. And honestly, if you wait around, kick-ass have some awesome sales at times. So if you don't want a lithium, you want to go an AGM, they got the same battery that I've got in there now. They're selling for $249 at the moment. Early July 2021 here in Australia. So kick-ass, of course, is Australian direct, and they're based at the Sunshine Coast, and they got their website. So they do have some very good gear there. Here where I am, the Burnett River, there's some pretty good fishing here. What I'll do is I'll get the camera out and get you to have a better look around here soon. But particularly this time of the year, the bream, you can get some really good bream just off the rocks here. And you should see how clear this water is. It's incredible. I can see right through. I reckon if I had my polarized sunnies on, I could probably see the fish swimming around there. I'm surprised there's not many people fishing out here. And there's a bit of history too I'm going to show you soon. There's what's called Kirby's wall here, and when I was a kid I used to do, and a lot of people used to fish off that wall, and I'll show you that soon, because just so happens it's low tide here right now. But what a beautiful river this is. So this is the Burnett River here in Bundy. Potentially get your big barramundi here, and generally the fishing's pretty good here. I've caught lots of whiting. iTech 120. Now, has that surprised you? And many of you surprised? I bet you a lot of you probably thought I'd go for the DCS. Now, the DCS does have a longer warranty. I believe it's 4-year warranty, or 3-year if you use it under bonnet. So that's interesting. So they're taking that 1 year off. iTech World, you can use their batteries under the bonnet and they'll still give you that 3-year warranty. They do not take 1 year warranty off. So something to really consider if you're looking into a battery and you're looking really keen on the DCS and you want it mounted under the bonnet of your vehicle, both batteries have got the same warranty. Now, the biggest issue I had with DCS is the fact that, well, they never seem to have stock in. I would have had to wait to get stock in. That's probably a good thing, because I know they're very favourable battery, particularly around the Gold Coast. I mean, to be fair, guys, you can just drive up to the Tambourines and just buy one there, so you don't have to deal with the freight, any issues like that, warranty issues, anything like that. So I know if I was living closer, if I was living at Gold Coast, I would have definitely gone up there, talk to the guys and see what sort of deal we could do. Now I paid full price for this, except for the 20% off. Now I'm going to do some honest reviews on this. So when it arrives, I don't know if we'll do an unboxing, maybe. I mean, we'll do a quick video and show you, go over it, what it looks like. We'll go through the manual, and as soon as it arrives, I'm just going to drop it in straight away. I want to redo some of the system here, but in order to do that, I need to remove the fridge, I need to remove the drawers, because I want to permanently wire a cable in for the power for my rooftop tent. Because at the moment, what I do when I go camping, I pull up, I just got a short lead, I just connect, have the door open, and just plug in into the rooftop tent, because it's got the Anderson plug there. If you have a look at my videos on the bundutop, you'll see there at the Anderson plug. And when I finish camping, then I remove it. But I want to have it so it's permanently in there. And then what I'll do to stop the idiots from walking up and pressing the button and trying to make it go up or down while it's still locked on all four sides, which could potentially damage it. Although it does have a fuse, if you're trying to open it and it won't open as such, then that motor is going to consume more power, more amps. As soon as it hits those 15 amps, bang, it'll blow the fuse, and then it'll stop that motor. So it's a safety feature built into it to make sure that doesn't happen, but I still don't want to take risks. And what most people do is put a switch inside the vehicle, and that's what I'll do. I'll have an on-off switch so I can turn the power on and off. That way, if you get an idiot that comes up and starts pressing on the buttons, nothing's going to happen. There are idiots around that will do that. As you're aware of the Mitsubishi Pajeros, they've got 3 rows of seats, and it's hidden away. You can fold it into this hidden cavity. We remove those 3rd row seats. If you buy the right drawers and do your research, I got the gift of drawers. We're at the base of the drawers. Instead of being at just solid timber, it's got a cutout on the left hand side for the left drawer, under the left drawer, and it's got a cutout on the right hand side under the right drawer. So what you do is you pull out those drawers, and then that cutout gives you access to that area. And it's quite a large storage area, guys. It's quite large. It'll be about so wide, and the depth is about such, and it's about that high. What a lot of people do is they store their battery system inside there. It's down low, and there's potential that if it's not sealed properly and you go through a deep water crossing, that water could get through there. So for that reason, I would no way in the world I would have electronics there that is exposed to, you know, having issues. Whereas the battery being, I believe it's an IP67 rating or something, so it's virtually, you can say it's virtually waterproof. So that should be fine there. But in the meantime, I'm just going to put it back inside my battery box and run it for a while, run some tests. I'm debating now whether I will permanently mount my ARB compressor in the vehicle, because it's quite a heavy unit. Does it really warrant to have it mounted permanently in the vehicle? Unless I'm constantly forward driving all the time on Fraser Island, etc. Guys, there's fish just jumping out in the water. You probably can't hear it because my lav mic only picks up sound in this sort of area. And I turned around and just had a look, and it's quite a big fish. I don't know what it was. I should have a fishing rod just sitting here, while we're chatting, pulling in some fish. How cool would that be, Buck? I don't know if you're watching this, Buck, but oh, I should have done it, I should have. But guys, there's a lot of rocks in there, and I tell you, there's one thing I'm really good at catching. You can guess it: rocks. I used to hate fishing here for bream, because I always guarantee if I didn't catch a bream, I'd catch a rock. And I'm forever retying bloody hooks on all the time. It used to frustrate the crap out of me. There's nothing worse, because to me, I don't find fishing relaxing. Especially when you've got rocks around. I don't do much fishing. I used to do a fair bit of fishing, but not much anymore. In fact, we'll turn the camera around shortly, and I'll tell you a bit of the history around here, because we've got this rock wall here called Kirby's Wall. If you're coming through Bundaberg and you go up that road and then you turn left and you go into the rum factory, if you keep going that road all the way, you won't miss it. You'll come to this spot. There's like a park here just behind me of some beautiful trees. I'm loving this, loving this cool fresh air. And I'm going to start doing a few vlogs like this. I mean, if you guys keep supporting me and enjoying the vlogs and I'll get the views up, I mean, I'm not going to do it if you're not going to watch them, guys. Basically, I'm not going to waste my time. So if you keep supporting my channel and watching the vlogs, give me that thumbs up, there'll be more videos just like this. And I enjoy filming it. I enjoy doing it. It's quite a lot of fun actually for me. I love this part. It's quite a fair bit of work when I go home to edit it. I mean, look at this, guys. I could park up right on the banks of the Burnett River here. I could sit on the chair here for rod and just flick the rod out and go fishing, sit down, have one of my little compact cookers and that and so on, sitting here as I'm catching the fish, pull them in and frying them on the Gidgee charcoal. How awesome would that be, eh? How awesome would that be? Should try that one day. I reckon that might make a mighty good video if I catch a fish. So hopefully I won't do the buck thing and not catch a fish. So what a beautiful spot here. So let's grab this camera, let's flick it around and show you. I'll let you have a bit of a look around this place, eh? Cool. What a magic place. Imagine if you could camp here, if this was a campground. Mind you, it would spoil it. I don't think you'd get anywhere within cooey distance. So you're not allowed to camp here. So don't do any nasty decisions and decide to try to sneak in here, but I'll bet you there's a few backpackers probably have. They come in late at night and then sneak off early in the morning. Little nasty guys. So as long as you do the right thing, don't leave any rubbish. I mean, I don't see any rubbish around here anywhere. You can see there's a fair bit of water around because we've had quite a fair bit of rain. I think it's the most rain we've had during July since 2008. So it's quite nice. So it's going to green up. You can see it's already greened up, so it's going to green up quite nicely soon. You can see how beautiful the river it is. So you yachties out there is travelling up and down the coast. And I know there's quite a few that use there that I follow on YouTube. They've spoken to quite recently and they're in the area. If you get a chance, drop by, guys. Drop by, come up in Bundaberg. You see it's a beautiful river here. You can moor off just off the city here, or you can go to the marina. It's just around that point over there. And it's a beautiful marina. And let me know if you're here. I'll come down and pick you up and take you to the Bundy rum factory and let you have a bit of a look around Bundy, guys. For you guys that I'm following that lives on their yachts and traveling around the world, I know quite a few of you not long ago have actually sailed into Australia from Fiji. So the offer's still there, guys. I'll let you know back then, so it's still there. Now the wind has picked up quite considerably here. You can see the awning, how durable this is. I've only got one pole out, just as a precaution. Still got other drop down legs here, so I've got another two here. Of course the fourth one's not required because I've got that tough touring bracket system that I did a video on. So check them out, guys. Tough Touring, check them out. A1 company based down near Melbourne, all Australian manufactured. And don't think they only just make those tough touring brackets just to fit the bundutop. Guys, they make them for many different rooftop tents, and not just rooftop tents. Don't think you have to have a rooftop tent to have a solid system like this, because that's what makes a lot of difference. Is these brackets, guys. These brackets have to be very strong to support all this tension and weight that's going right here. You don't want something that's flexible. So they make a bracket system that suits your ordinary roof bars and so on as well, that is very sturdy and stiffened. So go to their website, Tough Touring, just do a search for Tough Touring Australia and you'll come to their website and have a look in there and see the range that they have. And they also sell the bundutop as well. It literally took me half a minute to set this up. I just pulled up, I walked out, unzipped, boom, welded out, bang, that's it. And maybe another minute or two to put the pole and the ropes out. That's it. All I have to do then, if I was camping here, is walk around, undo the 4 clips, push the button, 20 seconds later, rooftop tent is up. Grab my ladder, hook the ladder on, climb in, and remember the bed's already made. The bed's already made. Climb into bed, sheets, blankets, pillows, already there, all made up. Climb in, put the blankets over the top of me, and go to sleep. And remember, it's already got the lights in there, it's already got the power points, so you can charge your mobile phones, your iPads, etc. It's got the LED lights in there, and it's got 2 fans. So if it was a lot warmer than what it is right now, you got 2 fans. And that literally takes no time at all. Same as packing up, how quick it is to pack up. So let's grab this camera. Let's show you this bit of this area, shall we, before we lock off. So let's just pan over this way a bit. So that's the Burnett River, I told you, quite a decent river. It's quite big. Goes quite a fair distance inland as well. It's Kirby's wall. So let me put this on the tripod and we'll talk a bit about that. So we're now looking up towards up of the river. So the ocean side's in front of me that way, behind yous, and up that way is the city of Bundaberg, if you could call it a city. Now you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'll zoom in soon, but you can see the chimneys of the mill. Okay, so that's right next to where the Bundaberg rum is made. Get a chance to come to Bundaberg, go check out the Bundaberg rum factory. It's a very good tour attraction. They have tours there and it's well worth checking out, and there's lots of different types of rum there. Try the Royal Liqueur range, very nice. They got range of Royal Liqueurs that you can only purchase in the factory. You can't purchase anywhere else, only at the factory. So go check that out. Kirby's Wall. Very popular fishing destination for bream back in the heydays, particularly early mornings, late afternoon, at night time. You can see how long it is. Years ago, it was basically standing room only. You're basically standing here, you'd have another fellow fisherman probably 2-3 meters away from you. It got that popular, and many really good bream is caught from that wall. I don't know if it gets used much anymore, so you've got to watch the tides. Obviously at high tide it's underwater, you cannot see it, but at low tide it's exposed. And we're just so lucky, happen to be lucky enough to be here at low tide to view that. So let's zoom in a bit and show it up close, shall we? Okay guys, we've got the camera zoomed in as far as I can. Now hopefully it's more clear now that you can see Kirby's Wall, and you can see the Milliken Mill. It's crushing season at the moment, so it's where they're making their molasses, their sugar, etc. In fact, just about all the sugar that they use to make Coca-Cola here in Australia comes from that factory, and it's a lot. I've got a relative that works there, and he did tell me one day how much sugar they consume, how many tons of sugar per day that they purchase, and it is a lot. Believe me, it's a lot. You'd be amazed. But as you're aware, many of you are aware that there's a lot of sugar in a can of Coke. So I've gone off drinking Coke. I used to drink it a fair bit. I don't drink it at home anymore. I only use it, take it with me as a treat. If I'm going camping, I'll bring some Coke with me. Or if I'm going out for dinner, I'll have some Coke then, which is not very often. If I don't buy Coke, I don't have any Coke at home anymore. So we've got a fishing boat coming through shortly. So there it is, that's Kirby's Wall. Very popular fishing for bream along there this time of the year. I'm surprised there's no one on there now fishing. Hopefully you enjoyed that vlog. It's gone on a bit longer than I thought it was. If you're supporting it, you like this type of videos, let me know. I mean, the more views they get, the more of these type of videos that I'll do. I'll go to a nice little area, give you a little bit of info of the history of the place, because I'm Bundy born and bred. I lived here all my life. I think the longest I've ever been away from Bundy is probably about 3 months, and that was many years ago. We're talking probably 20 years ago. So I'm pretty well here just about all the time, and I've seen a lot of changes in that here in Bundaberg. So if you enjoy these type of vlogs, I could probably take you on a little bit of a sightseeing tour around Bundy, talk a bit about the history, some of my childhood and so on in the area that I remember, such as just over here. So guys, thanks for joining me today. I love this spot. I think I'll come back here again. Actually, I wouldn't mind coming back here one day and doing a video on setting up and packing away my awning and bundutop. I probably would have done it today if it wasn't so windy, but it's very windy, so I did like to pick a day that it's not blowing a gale. So the wind has picked up quite a fair bit since I got here, and I've still only got the one pole out, and that thing's not moving. That awning is solid, guys. It's solid. So how cool is that? Before this gets too long, it probably already has, I'll go through and edit this, try to drop it down. I think as I'm looking at the screen now, I think we're up to about 50 minutes, not far off an hour. That's quite a while. So till next time, cheers. Oh, and keep an eye out in the next couple of days. I'll be releasing the video on the Victron Management Portal, and that's going to be exciting. So till then, look after yourself, be kind to everyone. Please subscribe, it helps my channel a lot. Please subscribe and put a like. So till next time, cheers.